DFY Magic Themes. We're going to talk about building a rank and rent business. Well, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world. Thank you for joining us on the live view tonight. First in the room was Brad, followed by Steve in Florida, and then followed by Barry, Bradley, Colin, Laurie, Richard, Stefan, Stuart, and Michael. Oh, nice list tonight. Good to see you all. We're going to be talking tonight about building your rank and rent business and some of the steps involved with that and how to focus properly on your business. All that and lots more on tonight's Live for You. Hello.
Nice.
You all right, Robert?
Happy Friday. Sorry, I don't have it in me to be enthusiastic. I'm kind of
Happy
tired.
Friday!
I just don't have it today.
I know you've been working hard, haven't you, on your on grouting a swimming pool and
honeydew lists and things that have to get done, and I don't know. Too much.
I did tell you not to use that teacup to empty the swimming pool, Robert, but you wouldn't listen to me, would you?
No, I have to do it the hard way. Right? Why do it the easy way?
Oh, dear. But it's been one of them interesting weeks. Updates for Inner Circle members only when we go to the Inner Circle on some bits and pieces that have been very interesting this week, which we'll come back to that when we get to it. But I really wanted to talk about tonight building your rank and rent business. And what's important is to focus. Life gets in the way. Like this week, I've had the kids on school holidays. So I've had to plan things around them and then come back out and work whenever I can. And then obviously when I come out, I focus on support first of all, looking after all our members. And so sometimes it's not as easy as getting things done. We know with the accountability program, people have got behind, and it's fine. We get it, because there's parts of it that I'm still behind on doing some of the things I need to get done. And there's some things inside of building a rank and rent business that some people don't want to do. For an example, market research and niche selection. Now, in DFY Magic Themes, we've got a bunch of ready-made websites with content that's already in them that can be converted to any niche you want to be able to convert it to. We build them so that it gets you started. So, but in your own local area, it's going on to Google and having a look at what businesses are already about, which ones, for an example, they own it, they have a GMB, but they haven't claimed it or they haven't optimized it. I mean, the fastest route I say to people to getting to traffic, getting money in your pocket, is to go to Google, which is the number one searching source, right? And go and look at those GMBs and find people who haven't optimized their GMBs and reach out to them and go, hey, you've got a Google business profile up. I've been looking over it, right? Have you got 10 minutes for a quick Zoom call or a phone call? And let me talk to you about some things that need to be done. Don't be scared of offering them that information for free. One or two things is going to happen. One, they're going to go, thanks, I'll do it myself. All right, bye. Here's my phone number. But here's my phone number. Keep hold of my phone number. If you have any problems, give me a call. Because they're probably going to come back to you. All right. And option two is, wow, I haven't thought of that. Yeah, I need to talk to you some more. Well, let's schedule in a longer call, or let's meet in the local coffee shop, and I'll sit down and have a chat with you. Then you can price that up for that particular job. Then it's the like and trust factor comes in. They like you, they trust you, they know you, and the moment they know you, you can then offer them more services on top of that particular offer. So, for an example, you say to them, I notice you've got a website. It's not great. Well, we've already got one built on this domain name, and it's already being found on page 1 of Google. If you rank it, if you want to rank it first, and you show them all of that and go, you can rent that site right now for this price. They go, great, I'm with you. And for Inner Circle members only, by the way, when we switch to Inner Circle, I'm going to give you a tip to do with Google My Business profiles. And what I'm going to do inside of the entire chat, I'm going to put GMB as a note to everyone to remind me when we go to the Inner Circle to talk about.
So Steve, let me jump in front of you for a second, because the first thing you said was, why do you want to get into the rank and rent business?
Yeah.
And if you really think about that question, for some people, this is the most lucrative way of spending their time and creating passive income streams. What do I mean by that? I mean, you develop a skill, a number of skills that the local businesses have no clue, have no desire to want to get involved with. So you can fill the need of the things that they don't want to do and get paid for it monthly. Now, how hard do you have to work? It depends on the services that you're going to provide to your clientele. All the clientele cares for the local business, and you should be the same in anything that you do. Is your phone to ring, or your brick and mortar business for the doorbell to ring for somebody to walk inside and want to be attached to your services on a regular basis? So we're turning a local business, a brick and mortar business, into the digital world, bringing them digital clients, bringing them the people that are looking for their services, but they don't know how to do this. So you're the in-between broker, if you will, getting the people searching online to find the local businesses that want their services. So that's why you get into the rank and rent business, because you own all the digital assets. If you become just a website builder, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You can build a website, sell the website. But why would you do that? You build them, you slowly build a library of different niches that you're renting out for passive income streams. And you do it over and over and over again. You become so well known in the local market that you're the go-to person for anybody that has a small business that needs to get new leads. And it's really that simplistic. However, most of us don't know where to start. Most of us are just going to start buying things until we find something that is the magic pill that's going to work. We're going to spend our $47 or our $37, and we're going to go on our journey. I remember the first product I bought was $47, and I was just going to tear it up with that thing, And I look back now, that was so many years ago, but the reality is, what Steve said is, why do you want to get involved in this? Because you become the digital broker. You become the person that owns the digital real estate that are bringing the leads to these businesses over and over and over again. And the better you get at it, the more you learn. The knowledge is the key behind this, because the business owners are afraid of it. They're afraid they're going to get ripped off. They're afraid of the things they don't know of, just like we are. So when you don't know the questions to ask, you need somebody to go to. You need to get involved with people that are doing the same thing. That's where we come in, right? So at the end of the day, the more services, not just one, multiple services that you can offer to the local business that solves a problem for them, that makes something easier for them. But in the end all, end all, their phone rings. They get more emails. They get people walking in the door. That's why we're in the rank and rent business. And if any of those, because I say many, right? We don't want to have just one client. We want to have many. If any of those choose to say, well, I can do this for myself, or I have so many leads coming in now, I'm good. I don't need your services anymore. It will happen. But you own all the websites. You own all the digital real estate. So you just keep going, and they'll soon realize that they made a mistake, and they're going to come back to you. And 9 times out of 10, right? If the phone stops ringing and people stop coming in because there's no more advertising, it's game over. So that's why we get involved in this to begin with. We want passive income streams for the rest of our life, doing something that's simplistic, that people themselves in local business don't want to do because they don't know how.
No, that's right. I had an interesting chat with a local magazine that goes out monthly. And the owner of the magazine, I was chatting away to him about what I do. And he said, you can have an advert inside my magazine for £50 a year, which is probably about $65 a year. I went, pardon? And so I'm in the middle of just doing some tweaks on my agency site, and I'm going to advertise in there, because that's, for that money, it's a no-brainer just to stick that up there. And just to say, Sarah in our group has said 22 million Google sites will be going away. So this is why we say own your own properties, own your own sites, because is it me being very quiet, Robert? Because Richard's saying I'm a bit quiet. Is that everyone who thinks I'm a bit quiet tonight?
Well, that's a rarity, first of all.
Let me move this. Let me move that mic a bit closer. Is that better for everyone?
What? So, everybody keeps saying, yeah, it's better when Steve's mic is off. What? That's not nice.
I'll get you for that, Mr. Robert. You wait. You wait. It makes a change for him to be telling me off.
So I'm loud and you're whispering.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's a change.
Talking about briefly, I rebooted my computer and up it came, and I loaded Zoom up, and my microphones aren't showing up in Zoom, but a software I use to route microphones is. So I'm routing it through that tonight. So technology is all fun, which we'll also talk a bit more about some technology fun we've had this week when we get to the Inner Circle. And also Inner Circle members, exciting. I was talking to our friend Steve Dimmock, who's in our Inner Circle group. He's going to be sharing with us something about backlinks. Now, I'm not going to get into it too much on the open meetings. It's just going to be for the Inner Circle members. Very exciting. I talked to him in the week about it. So I'm looking forward to him sharing that. But the thing is, we can all sit back and go, okay, hopefully one day my business will get found and I'll be all good. I gave this example the other week that when I wanted to work in radio, I thought someone would hear me when I was on a tiny little hospital radio station in Taunton. And the truth of the matter is, I had to send hundreds of demos out to get my foot in the door in radio. And it's the same in our own businesses locally. I talk to people all the time and go, I'm going to build a national website all the way across America. I'm going to be found everywhere. I have lots of sites and this, that, and the other. and they fail. And the reason they fail is because they end up spending lots of money on running these sites, or they run one site, build it up, and then Google takes it down and it disappears off the internet. So I say stay local, or if you're in a tiny little suburb or village, then look at the next nearest place to you that you could go into and hit that area. There's lots of ways to advertise your own business to get business back in. When people find you and they like you, then you do deals. You say to people like hi, how do you feel? How do you get on with me? And they go, great. Right. Will you do me a favor? You do a Google review for me. And also, if you recommend someone to me, I'll give you a discount off the next thing I do for you. Or if you've got a monthly going on, I'll give you a month free. When they pay you, just refund them 1 month. It's quicker than cancelling their subscription plans. And I also got asked by someone, how do you do subscription plans? I use Gumroad every time. Go and have a look at Gumroad. It's easy to set up. You put a product in there, it pays monthly. They're the merchant on record, so they pay you directly into your bank account. So you don't have to worry about VAT or tax or anything like that. They collect it all. And literally the sum of money that comes into your bank is then your money after their 10% fees. And that's it. It's nice and easy. If I do have time in the next coming weeks, I wouldn't mind recording how to set a product up in Gumroad, but it is reasonably straightforward. And there are videos available online to do that, But the thing is focus on your business. We always say build, rent, rank. So build your site, get it online. Before you've even ranked it, reach out to local businesses to see if you can find somebody on the Google business profiles that has a bad GMB, their website's awful, and offer them the site. They may want it on their own domain name, right? Well, with all our themes, we have licensing now. So if you put it on their domain name and lock you out, guess what you do? They stop paying you. Turn the license key off. The site breaks. Oops, has the site broken? Well, you stopped paying me. That's why the site's broke. They think they got one up on you by not paying you, but you just hit a button and the site stops working. And that's the cool thing about how we build them, and that's why we decided to do the accountability program, because
if you don't mind, Steve,
build this up from the ground up. Go on, Robert.
The thing is, when somebody's speaking like you that know how to do it, you have a confidence. You know that you can go to Gumroad and you can set up the products and you can have the funnels and There's so many pieces in this puzzle, right? And they're not all the edges of the puzzle. They're the middle pieces that make no sense where they connect to. They're one of those hard jigsaw puzzles that you have very little evidence of the piece where it's supposed to go. And that's what happens in this industry, because you have the website built, you have the opt-in forms, you have the phone numbers. Are they clickable phone numbers? Will they work on mobile? Is the website SEO optimized? Is it speed friendly? Is it going to generate ROI? There's so many buzzwords out there that just confuse people and pull them back like the turtle pulling back his head in the shell. They're afraid to go forward because there's too many pieces to connect, and you never get traction. You start building websites and you start building what you think is going to be great websites, and they probably could be, but because you're missing the information on so many of the other pieces, you lose the confidence to move forward. And if you don't have the confidence to do what you just said, Stephen, go to the GMBs, look at the page 2 guys, look at this guy, look at that. If you don't have the confidence to know what those people need the most, you can't go there and chase them down and get them to get a website from you when you don't have that knowledge yet. So I get it. I understand both sides of it. You have to have something to offer, but you have to have the confidence to be able to offer it. And there's a few people that we've had this conversation for years about. It's not the price of the website. It's how much confidence you have in yourself prices the website and how much you're going to charge for your services. Because you have to have that confidence level of being able to sell what you're offering. And when you mentioned the accountability program, that's where we went with it. We went to go find all the puzzle pieces. We went to go find everything that was missing. The missing pieces, the missing links, the missing trainings that were always the go check it out on YouTube. Go check it out on here. You can find this over there, right? They don't want to spend the time to teach you everything. They want you coming back to buy more products. That's the end of the story. So the accountability program was labor intensive. Did it give you more information than you probably ever needed? Yes. Did it make you work? Yes. It made you be accountable. It made you work to go through the things that you probably never would have went through before. Did it make us work? Did it make Stephen and I become accountable? Yeah, we worked our butts off to get everything together so that you guys could have all those missing pieces in one place. We're not done yet. But coming into week 4, people are going through an extensive SEO course, an extensive build. Not the website itself. The website itself is easy. It's Time for Your Magic Teams. But understanding what you can do with it and how you can tear it back down and rebuild it. And then go from there and add the phone numbers and get your phone numbers set up, get the call center set up, get the opt-in forms ready, get the whole thing working as a package. That's what the accountability program is. So I think the labor of something that you really love to do is not labor. It's what you want to do. It's fun, right? So it doesn't. I could work 14 hours on websites, but I can't work 14 hours doing other stuff that I don't like to do. I can barely work 6 or 8. You know, when you're working for the man, you just want to get to 5 o'clock and go home. But when you're working for yourself on websites, there is no clock.
Yeah. You know, I've always said in life, if you don't step out your comfort zone, then you won't move forward. And so, you know, we've got a fantastic inner circle group here, and everyone supports each other, and everyone wants each other to do really well. And that's a really cool thing. You know, if you're struggling, go to the inner circle group, but I need somebody to help me. You know what I mean? And so it's never easy in life to step out that comfort zone. And a very simple advert in a local paper or a poster in a shop or something like that would be that thing to get you started in your business and get that money coming in, get that monthly income coming in. You know, we talked in the past about charging something like $97 a month, right? That's way too cheap. But if you're not confident, then start there. I prefer to say, look, aim for the $500 mark. And if they're not biting, give them a discount for a number of months. You can always come back up, you know. Today I nipped into the headquarters of Rockin' Daddy's Radio that I'm involved with, and they've got a shop there. And while I was there, the other member of staff who's in there was sat back, and there's some people looking inside of the shop window, right? And I opened the door. I went out and said, "So come and have a look." They came in, had a look around, and they purchased some things. Now, if I hadn't bothered opening that door, say, "Come on in," would they have come in? I don't know. You know, that's always the thing with it, and we're never too sure about that. So it's just taking action and working hard on what you do. Now, I know Lane's got his hand up. What we are going to do, we could talk about this a lot more, and we will over the coming weeks. But we're going to switch to the inner circle because that's where I like to keep our questions, and then we can bring Steve Dimmock up as well. And I'm going to give you the secret GMB tip as well.
But weren't you going to share that golden nugget about you know that thing?
Oh, the thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. So the big golden nugget of the thing is as following.